Did you know that studies show visualizing your goals can actually increase your chances of achieving them by up to 50%? It's like giving your brain a head start. Visualization is a powerful tool that has been used by top performers and achievers for decades. It's a way to tap into the subconscious mind, rewire our thought patterns, and manifest our desires into reality. But it wasn't until I applied it to my own life that I truly understood its transformative power. I mean, think about it. Our minds are incredibly powerful, capable of creating entire worlds and scenarios in an instant. So what if we could harness that power to deliberately create the life we want? That's exactly what visualization allows us to do. Before I dive into my personal story, I want to make one thing clear. Visualization isn't just some woo-woo magic trick. It's a scientifically backed method that has been proven to increase motivation, confidence, and overall well-being. And in this video, I'm going to share with you how it revolutionized my life. I used to be stuck in a rut, feeling unfulfilled and lost. I had no direction, no purpose, and no sense of accomplishment. Every day felt like Groundhog Day, same old, same old. I knew I had so much more to offer, but I didn't know where to start or how to get out of that vicious cycle. I felt like I was sleepwalking through life, going through the motions without any sense of passion or excitement. I was trapped in a prison of my own making, with no clear exit strategy. I had always been someone who strived for success, but somehow I had lost my way. I felt like I was chasing after something, but I didn't know what that something was. It was like running on a treadmill without getting anywhere. I tried to shake off the feeling of stagnation, but it was hard to ignore the little voice in my head that kept telling me I wasn't good enough, that I wasn't worthy of success. I felt lost, alone, and defeated. I didn't know how to pick myself up, dust myself off, and start again. I tried different self-help books, attended seminars, and joined online courses, but nothing seemed to stick. I was still stuck in my rut, feeling like a hamster on a wheel. It wasn't until I stumbled upon visualization techniques that things started to shift. At first, it felt awkward, unnatural, and even a little silly. But I persisted, and that's when the magic started to happen. One of the first visualization methods I tried was the mind movie technique. I would close my eyes, take a few deep breaths, and visualize myself achieving my goals. I saw myself succeeding, thriving, and living the life I wanted. At first, it was tough to quiet my mind and focus on the visualization. But the more I practiced, the easier it became. I started to see vivid, detailed scenes playing out in my mind's eye. I also began to incorporate affirmations into my daily routine. I'd write them down, say them out loud, and visualize them becoming a reality. It felt empowering, like I was taking control of my life back. Gradually, I started to notice changes in my thought patterns and behavior. I felt more confident, more motivated, and more inspired. I started to see the world in a different light, full of possibilities and opportunities. One of the most significant changes was my newfound sense of purpose. I knew what I wanted to achieve, and I had a clear roadmap to get there. The more I visualized, the more I started to believe in myself. I began to take risks, step out of my comfort zone, and pursue my passions with reckless abandon. It wasn't until I had a major breakthrough that I realized the true power of visualization. I had been visualizing a specific outcome for weeks, and suddenly, it manifested in the most unexpected way. I remember feeling an overwhelming sense of excitement, joy, and gratitude. It was like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders, and I finally felt free. In that moment, I knew that visualization was more than just a tool. It was a game changer. It had revolutionized my life, and I knew it could do the same for anyone who was willing to give it a try. Looking back on my journey, I can see that visualization was the missing piece of the puzzle. It was the key that unlocked my true potential, allowed me to overcome my limitations, and live the life I truly desired. So, what can you take away from my story? The most important thing is that visualization is not just some fancy technique. It's a powerful tool that can transform your life. If you're feeling stuck, lost, or unfulfilled, I want to encourage you to give visualization a try. It might just be the catalyst you need to break free from your limitations and live the life you've always dreamed of. In the comments below, I'd love to hear about your experiences with visualization. How has it impacted your life? What techniques have you found most effective? And if you're new to visualization, be sure to check out my next video where I'll be sharing some practical tips and techniques to get you started. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.